There's a lot of things going on here in the West where the media is controlled, pretty much portraying the same narrative.
Hey, what is going on YouTube? Today we're doing street interviews and asking people what they think of a certain type of bald individual.
Well, what colour is your brigade?
Among many others, so stay tuned and see what all their reactions are. Yes, subscribe!
How are you doing this evening?
Me in Düsseldorf.
What do you guys think of Elon Musk?
Biggest G on planet Earth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What you do?
Yeah. Also.
What do you like about him?
In Germany we say Macher.
Macher. What does that mean for those people who are not German?
Someone like who did it, who achieved something.
So like it's him, right?
Yeah. I like what he's doing. I mean, he's living his life. He earned a lot of money. Mm-hmm. He's successful and he's just playing and fooling around all the world.
Elon Musk is a G. He bought Twitter and he made freedom of speech so that you could post basically whatever you wanted to post. Why do people think that being controversial is something that you should silence and not make them heard? And actually, research from... I know this myself because I've been studying it a lot. I believe it's Bill Ottman and Daryl Davis, researchers from the United States, made a research project where they eventually came to the conclusion that censorship creates more radicalism and more extremism than letting the people speak in their platforms, because these people would eventually collect themselves in smaller groups where there's no chance to get their perspective nuanced from other people.
Okay, what do you guys think of Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate is talking some pretty good bullshit.
Doing today? Oh, I have to go to work today. Oh, that sounds fun.
But at some points he's right. And so it's difficult. Sometimes you have to look behind the person what he's really saying, or if he's just fooling around.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Andrew Tate. I like his views on to embrace the masculinity from men, which is obviously trying to be taken away from the system, because it's easier to control men if they're weak, if they're depressed, if they're fat, and they don't want to do something about themselves. And there's a lot of things you can do about it yourself. And Andrew Tate is really good at convincing people about that. So I think that's a very good thing about him. From what I've seen, I think he's a net positive from the world. Yeah, definitely.
What do you guys think of the whole war on men right now?
What do we do? It's not always the bad man. It's like sometimes it's just the woman, and you can also have good hearts. We, for example. Yeah.
Yes, I have a good heart.
I totally agree.
There's a lot of things going on here in the West where the media is controlled, pretty much portraying the same narrative, which is a huge shame for the population, because only one side of the story gets heard, so we need a more nuanced perspective. I am a huge believer in that. So censorship is a very dangerous tool, and the thing is that the social media companies are using censorship to kind of showcase that they're going against extremism, but at the end of the day, the real cause of extremism is the algorithms from the social media companies themselves, the confirmation bias, the algorithms that show people what they want to believe, right? What the opinions they're already having. So when they're showcasing these opinions and confirming them in what they believe in, no wonder why the United States is more polarized than it's ever been.
You're in Düsseldorf.
Altstadt.
Nice. Beautiful weather.
Yes.
Very good.
Very nice.
Very good. Yeah. What do you think of Germany?
What?
So I'm a huge believer that people should live their life how they want to live their lives eventually, right? But they shouldn't portray it towards other people and try to make other people accept things that they don't necessarily want to accept. And that is especially the case in schools, right? So for example, you have LGBTQ plus communities trying to convince kids that changing their gender is something that is very okay and should be acceptable when you're under 18 years old. And I think that's a very dangerous perspective to have, and that's a dangerous thing to indoctrinate kids with. As soon as you start involving kids in these sort of things, it becomes completely really dangerous, and really breaks my heart to see that.
Germany is good.
Is free speech important?
I think it is important, but not like for every topic, because there are many like bad people out, and I don't think that they should post everything they think and everything they want. I think it should be limited to like data that is safe for everyone to use.
And what people don't you like? Like, for example, can you give me an example?
Like people who want to, I don't know, like kill other people, something like that.
Okay, like criminals type things.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. They shouldn't have any platform.
Yes.
Yeah, just throw them in jail.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And you, my friend?
I can disagree. I mean, it's very second corner page, to be honest. If you search for the right things, you will find everything. And pretty discriminating shit.
Man, nowadays, like, people are so uncritical for whatever is going around the world.
Yeah,
but
true.
yeah, we're starting to see a lot of people questioning more. So I'm really glad about that.
There are people who like control the things which are posted because there are also lots of young people on this platform, and they think that just because it is posted there, it is the right thing. And I really don't agree with that.
What do you think of the state of the German media and how the media makes lies about the public and all this?
Good.
So that wraps it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. And for those of you who stayed till the end, here's something for you. Mwah.
Habibi, schönen Tag noch.